Oh, hello. And welcome to the Sometimes Video Games podcast. I'm Adam, and I'm joined by the lovely Charlie Walsh. How are you today?
Hey man, I'm alright. You?
Yeah, I'm alright. Doing okay. Just wondering how you are. Just wondering how your day's
Yeah, I'm
been.
good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Not been up that long. Can't lie about it.
Fair, fair. As it was a little while ago that your sleep schedule had become, let's say, perfection. Has it slipped since then?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
because I can't remember why something stopped me. Oh, it was the
The
Olympics,
Olympic
wasn't
stuff.
it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Olympics blapped me, and then WrestleMania blapped me recently. So I'm now going to sleep at like 11 a.m. and waking up at like 5 p.m. Yeah, it's not perfect.
Not perfect, no. But you're managing. You're alive.
I don't know if I don't know. I'm alive. I'm just managing.
I don't.
Anyway,
I
yeah, I'm
don't.
fine. Thank you. How are
Fair
you?
play. I am. All good. All good. I'm better because I'm also joined by Louis Birtwistle. How are you today?
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sin a bit.
He's gonna drop.
The worst part is that you have like streamer mode on, so you probably so they probably didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
nobody heard that shit. No one heard that at all. I moved over. It's like, oh, I mean, you actually left, and you were back in by the time that I'd seen it.
Yeah, I left the Discord call for
Beautiful.
for a brief
Wait, Adam,
moment.
do you have the noise on when when someone leaves a Discord call?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I can do it now.
No, it's fine. It doesn't make a difference
Louis,
now.
Louis,
It was
leave the
just
call.
it was
No,
it was
no,
just the,
it's time. Too much time has passed,
God
Adam.
damn
it was just the I'm leaving. Da boom. It was so beautiful.
How are you, Louis?
I'm good, mate.
You good? You seem like you're in a jolly mood today.
We chilling. Oh yeah, I mean, stressed earlier because I was trying to run a mission, but we're good now.
But we good now.
Took a break from it,
Hold
so
Excellent. Breaks are good. If something goes wrong, just have a break. That's what I think.
Look, someone's having a cardiac arrest and you're getting proper stressed out. Just have a bit of a break. It'll be right.
Have a Kit
Just
Kat,
chill
yeah.
out, you know.
Just
Not too deep.
It's not too deep. Yes, it's fine. It's not too deep. What's everyone been up to? I want to know. Nothing.
I've been playing video games
Oh,
and doing day job.
the video games. Have you got any fun stories from your day job?
Yeah, actually, this has probably been the wildest week of my company's history.
Oh God, are you allowed to tell us?
I'm
Have you
allowed to
signed
tell
any
you
NDAs?
I'm allowed to tell you a portion of it,
Okay,
but I won't.
but
I will omit all names.
That's good. Yes, do that. Yeah.
So a lad at our work got arrested on Wednesday
Oh.
at work of one of full-time staffers for a crime that he did not commit, and he was cleared of all charges the same, like within 2 hours of him being handcuffed,
Wow.
at work.
Wow. I guess that's why you can't tell us any details.
Yeah.
That's how did people react at work? Did the police raid the work?
So he was accused of doing something very bad against another individual that works with us.
Oh, okay, sure.
But he has since been he's been acquitted of charges and he's had the charges dropped.
Okay. Did the police raid the work?
They didn't raid the work, but they came in. They came in and handcuffed him.
All chill, like they were like, right, we need to speak. Or were they like with not guns but guns?
No, the police don't carry that kind of shit.
No, they have they have the little sticks, maybe. Is it
truncheons?
Yeah,
truncheons.
Truncheons. Would you like to be hit with a truncheon?
No, I would not.
No. Do you think that it would be?
What kind of question is that?
Yeah,
Would you like to be hit with a truncheon?
I don't know
Yeah.
what Louis
What are you-
into.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
He
I
could
would
be
love
into
to
that
some-
kind of thing.
Oh, mate, you know what, Charlie? You're right. I just want someone to come up to me and proper bash me around the head.
I
Exactly.
want just to be walloped. What are you? What?
So, and what happened yesterday? And this story is a lot sadder.
Oh no. Oh no.
So randomly on Friday, we get called in. Well, so a supervisor of ours comes around the warehouse, tells everyone to go in the canteen. We're getting a random half an hour break.
Oh.
Well, he's very suspicious. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you don't usually get random half-hour breaks, do you?
And turns out somebody in one of the boiler room or whatever was having a seizure.
Oh shit.
A colleague of ours was having a seizure.
Yeah, that seizures aren't good things to be around. I've been around people in having seizures before, and it's
And
kinda scary.
our manager was they were crying because they thought he was dying.
Hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. So yeah,
Is he
we didn't
okay?
find out until later in the day. I do not know. The last I heard, he was in the hospital. The last I heard, he was in the hospital.
Terrifying.
So yeah, it's been probably the wildest week I've had at work. And at work, I have watched a guy literally shit himself in front of me at work.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what I said.
No, I mean, was it set up? Did he go, Louis, watch, I'm gonna shit myself, and then like you did it,
Nope.
or was it
Nope.
like?
I was doing my job. He was doing his. He was pushing some blazers along a rail whilst I was picking, and in front of me, I just see this brown stain on his pants getting bigger.
Getting bigger. Wait, was he
Getting bigger.
walking
He was walking.
while
then-
shitting?
He then feels what's going on and use that same hand to go back to pushing blazers.
Oh no, he doesn't. Like he taps the shit. He taps what? Like he's not like above the pants. I'm sure, not down the.
Like,
He doesn't.
yeah, it's like he's about to shove his hand in his ass, bro. It was gross.
Oh no! What did you confront him?
I left the room. I left. I think I left for like a full 20 minutes to just process what happened.
You were like, oh,
I didn't say a
someone's
fucking
just
thing.
shit
I just left. I just left the room. I was like, I can't. I can't. I don't understand what it was that I had just witnessed. It was. But
whilst
yeah,
he was like, there wasn't any
That is what I
strain.
saw.
There wasn't. Maybe he's got diarrhea.
well, if you ever met the guy, he was a very interesting individual. Realistically, I think he probably should have had carers looking after him rather than
Yeah, okay.
being forced into a full-time job.
Thus, the quality of our work systems in the UK, though, right?
He's the kind of person who I would like if he came up to me and said, "Oh, I'm too disabled, I cannot work," I'll be like, "Yeah, look, that's fine, bro. Yeah, I fully understand."
Fair enough. Did anything else happen there, or was it just like you left and then we heard nothing more?
Yeah, basically. I then started telling other people about it, and then
Why would you do that?
dude, how can I keep that to myself?
What do you mean? Why? He's just told it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, but there's no. There's a difference between selling it on the podcast and going around your work and going, "Sorry, fucking shit himself, mate."
Look, he was a fucking temp. He wasn't going to stay long. I think it lasted like a month.
Slightly different. I mean, still. What?
I don't know. I don't know if there's any difference now,
But like, how could I not? I think I went up to somebody and I just told them, "Yo, you know that the person name."
Yeah. Barry.
Yeah, he just shat himself. He just shat himself in front of me.
Again, does that,
Like, no-
you saying he shot himself in front of you, like, means, like, to me, it makes me feel like you were involved in the situation, like, you were actively watching. You know what I mean? I just have this.
Yeah, I just...
Ugh.
Oh yeah, it's a bit of a funny story of True Text history now.
God, oh God, it is it? Now everybody knows.
Oh yeah, it's True Text history. It made True Text
Do you
history.
remember that time when that man Barry shit himself, and everyone's like, "Yeah, Barry did shit himself," and Louis was there to watch it. Louis was sat there. He had his popcorn handy, and he was just watching.
Oh yeah, I had my opera glasses.
You got your opera glasses. He goes to. Oh God, I'm not gonna go where I was gonna go.
But yeah,
It's too
it
long.
was disgusting.
I can imagine. I don't. That's not pleasant.
I work
Why
in a wild place.
What are you saying, Charlie?
Nothing is important. I mean, yeah, you've had a week, ain't you?
That's a bit of a week.
I've had a week, yeah. The guy shitting himself incident happened over 2 years ago.
Wait, what? I thought you'd mention what happened like this week.
No, that didn't happen this week. I was just saying that's probably the weirdest thing I've ever. Because then we moved off I was saying it's a pretty wild week, but it's not the weirdest thing I encountered.
Sure.
And I was saying that was the weirdest thing I encountered at work.
I don't know what the weirdest thing I've ever encountered in a job is. To be fair, like I've had some weird experiences, but nothing really sticks out as being like, oh, that was weird. Like on a level of like someone's just shit themselves.
Unless you're a social worker, that probably should be the weirdest thing you ever see.
Nah, there's definitely like if you work in retail, there's definitely some weird fucking people hanging around there. Like you get weird people coming into the shop, right, and doing weird things. You not think?
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. I've been told stories by friends of mine.
Yeah. There's exactly.
And I'm pretty sure we've all heard similar stories.
Probably. Like retail's a fucking mad place, right?
Oh, this dude came in and decided, I'm gonna just have a wank in middle of the shop, or something gross like that.
It does happen. I remember seeing not in.
I believe that happens alarmingly often.
There was
That's
a
why
guy.
I said it.
There was a guy in Blackburn. I don't know his name, obviously, but I saw it in the newspaper. Who would go into Sports Direct and just do it, like in a Sports Direct, like. And then I remember reading the paper, and he got like arrested and taken to court for it. And then he left court because they were like, okay, don't do it again. So like the same day, he just went back into the Sports Direct and started doing it again. And
what? Just whacking his lad?
Yeah. He went to court for it because obviously it's a crime. They said, okay, don't do that again. It's not okay. So then he just went, all right, left the courthouse and then walked straight to Sports Direct and did it again. Like, fuck. It's so weird. Blackburn's a fucking place, man.
What happened to him after the second time?
I don't know. I assume he...
I want to know this person's character arc now. Like, it intrigues me.
I assume... I don't
like,
know.
this guy sounds like an anime villain.
Does he? What arc would this be?
You know, the arc where the bad guy wins a little bit before the arc of the good guy.
Is that where he wins? Is he winning when he...
Yeah, I mean, he's doing what he wants, isn't he?
I guess.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever encountered in public, Charlie?
In public?
You live in London. There must be some fucking weird
Yeah.
shit going on there.
I mean, yeah, but that's just normal, isn't it? It's just every day.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not normal. It is weird. I just want to know what you've encountered.
I don't know.
No.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't really take it in. Once it's done, it's done.
You
You
kind of
move
just
on.
ignore it and be like, oh, okay, this is weird, but off we go, off we pop.
Yeah. Trying to think. I don't know. I don't know. I used to work in the middle of an office that was in like the roughest council estate in the borough. So I've seen a lot of crap. I mean, once I came to there used to be this like, I don't even know what it was. I think it was a warehouse maybe or something, and it was completely abandoned and run down, right? Like it was like I'd never seen anyone going in or out. All the doors looked broken, all the windows looked broken. It just was this thing that existed, right? That was by this office I used to work in. Um and it was there for years, like years and years and years and years, like way longer than I was working there, way longer than it was just like the entire time I had known of this warehouse, I'd known it just existed as this like desolate thing that existed, right?
Yeah.
And then one day I was coming to work, and uh, as I was approaching the warehouse, which was right by where I used to work, um, there was just like 18 police vans around it, and I was like, well, hang on, what the hell is going on? Because that's the way I need to walk. So if I can't walk down this road, I'm gonna have to call work and be like, I'm gonna be late because I have to go along and whatever.
Sure.
And because obviously I was almost always late all the time. So like, if I'm impeded by 30 seconds, I'm late. And there was this one entrance into the top floor of the place that had like, it was like a fire escape entrance. And there was just, all of a sudden, as I was walking past, there was like loads of police vans and stuff, but no one around. And then all of a sudden, a parade of like armed police guards, like you're talking about, like they don't have guns, they had guns, right? And dogs and everything just came out of there, right? And then there was just, I assume, just squatters. And honestly, they were coming out of it like a clown car. It carried on. It was just tons of them. And I just walked past it thinking, I was like, oh, that's mad. And I was like, oh, that's a mad thing. I'll tell everyone in the office, right? But then I came up to the office and everyone was stood by the window that looked out to where you could see it. And literally the entire office was just lined up in a wall looking out the window at it. And I spoke to someone there and I was like, wait, what are you lot doing? And they're like, bro, it all kicked off. There were like a lot of sirens and everything. And I'd obviously come in the aftermath. And for the next like 20 minutes, just a stream of people coming out of this place like a clown car. Like I don't even know how many people were in there. I don't know how many people fit. And apparently it was like some massive like drugs thing. Like there was like loads of like stuff going on in there, but just no one knew because it was this like desolate rundown thing or whatever. And like it just like one day it was just next to the office, and then one day it just happened. I don't know. There's loads of stuff like that just happens constantly that I don't really even think about. Because there was a woman like retail. There was this woman who lives. I don't know where she. I think this was when I used to work in a place in London, North London called Wood Green, and I used to see her all the time, either in Morrison's, in the Wood Green Morrison's, or just walking down the middle of the road in Wood Green. And when I say the middle of the road, I mean literally the middle of the road. I'm not talking about just walking down the street. I'm between the two lanes of traffic, just screaming. Don't know, just sort of genuinely just screaming. And it's one of those things that everyone's just like, yeah, and we just carry on with it. And no one thinks about it. We just move on.
Nobody cares. Stuff like oh, it's just the screaming lady again.
But it's like it just is. It just is. That's just the fact of life. I saw her like.
It's the woman who screams.
So it's just that woman who screams again. She's just having a nice old scream, you know.
It's like, no, I don't know why. It's not like there was anything like happening to cause it.
She was just having a nice little scream, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there's more mad stuff, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Must be. Like, I know London's fucking mad, right? Must be.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's.
I feel like weird people are attracted to specifically me sometimes.
Why do you?
I feel like there'll be people around, right? And then, like, but then the weird people decide I'm the one they're going to approach. I'm the one they're going to randomly speak to. I'm the one they're going to try and randomly sell a can of Stella. I'm the one that I'm the one that they're going to stand next to at the urinal, despite it being a really long line, and all of them are free.
Oh, I hate
And then they
that.
have this guy tell me that I sound like his dad. Fuck! Why? Why am I exposed to all these weird people? Why are you trying to sell me a can of Stella?
What happened? Someone came to the urinal and said you sound like his dad.
Yeah, that happened. That happened. Postal order.
Oh,
I think I think you were there.
Oh,
I mean,
maybe.
I don't. No, you weren't. I mean, you were there that night.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
obviously you
I
weren't.
wasn't-
You weren't.
It was
either-
you. It was you who said it.
It was me
You
who
were
said
all-
it, yeah.
You weren't holding my hand in toilet, but
You never know. You never know. That there's some going on nights out in Blackburn. You find some fucking weird shit anyway. I remember the Ballad of Steel Cougar, which
Oh my
we
God,
spoke
that
about
was-
for some time.
I will never forget that ever.
It was so
Like
weird.
that is a piece of our. That is like a strong like piece of lore in our friendship arc, Adam.
It is indeed. For those that don't know, we were in a pub called the Postal Order. No, we weren't. No, it was the Napier. In
Oh, it was
Blackburn.
the Napier. That happened
was
in
the
the
Napier in
Napier.
Blackburn.
Yeah.
And someone had just gone to the toilet. I don't remember who. And a woman walked up to our table. I don't even remember exactly what she was talking about, but then she started saying like, "Which one of you touched my husband?"
No, I remember exactly. Right, I don't know which one of you it is, but one of you has just tried to touch my husband's penis. And immediately we're like, whoa, what is going on? What is going on?
And she didn't stop. She went on. Like, she continued. She, like, proper kicking off about it. The people who were at the bar were like, don't worry, guys. Like, she just does this all the time.
No, like, this is when we were leaving. I think, the woman who owned it at the time,
Yeah.
I forgot her name, sadly.
Mm.
I think she said, she she causes trouble all the time.
I don't. It was just like, what the fuck? Like, we were just so confused, like, the lot of us, that, like, we were just having a nice time, we were just drinking, having a laugh, and then all of a sudden, this woman was like, "Who touched my husband's penis?" Like, I don't know. Like, I think we didn't think that she was being serious, and we, like, were laughing at first, like, what do you mean?
Yeah, and then like she just starts going on, and like she gets angrier and angrier, and we're like, okay, what? All right, what's the deal now?
What the fuck is going on? Like,
you know when people joke about like real life NPCs,
you've done this before, yeah?
like she might be. I feel like she fits that category of people.
You mean those like the videos on YouTube where you get people going like real life Oblivion NPC or whatever?
Yeah, she's straight up one of them.
And it's like I don't even remember all of them, but I remember one of them where there's a guy and he's like parking his car, and this woman comes up, like knocks on the window like that, and then she just like winds it down and she's like, "What about a baby?" Or something. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, no.
I remember, this is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
Yeah, people are fucking weird, man.
There used to be like this guy who relatively near me would sell illegal DVDs. Like
Is
just
this
what
purple?
you want to call them?
No, it's not purple,
like-
is it?
No, guy. Jesus Christ, no, that was a whole. Oh my God, that was one of them. I forgot that even existed until that exact moment.
I remember your story about, do you want some cheese? And you're like, nah, I don't know, man. I'm all right.
I forgot that even happened. That was weird.
Did someone
It wasn't
ask
weird.
you
That's just
if you
life.
want some cheese?
Some guy came up to me, right? And he, like, out of nowhere, like on the council estate that I grew up on, just walked up to me. I'd never seen him before. I've never seen him since. Just walks up to me and goes, "Oh, do you want some cheese?" I went, "What? No, I'm good." He went, "Are you sure?" And he went, "My name's Purple. I can get you cheese," or something like that. And I went, I went, "No, you're good, man." And he kept trying to sell it to me. And then I realized after a while it was drugs he was talking about, like weed or something. But like for some reason he was just calling it cheese,
Purple.
and my brain just couldn't like get around the fact. And he was like, "Yeah, my name's Purple." And I'm like, all right, no worries, man. And I was like, and I said and then just to get out of the situation, because again at this point I didn't really realize again that he was like talking about weed or.
Yeah.
So I just said to him, I went, "Oh, what? So are you selling it around here? Are you?" And he goes, "Yeah, man." And I went, "All right, well, if I need any, I'll hit you up." And he's like, "All right, cool." And then he walked off, and I walked off. And then it wasn't until I got down the road that I realized what he meant. I was like, "Oh, it makes more sense now."
Cheese. He's not
But,
selling
like,
baby bells. It's cheese.
I was so confused. But there was this guy who used to sell. There was a bunch of them, right? But this one specific guy, and he used to sell like just burned fake DVDs that they fucking recorded at the fucking view around the corner or whatever, right? And it got like the police started like clamping down on them, right?
Okay.
But before, so they started hiding their DVDs on the estate that I lived on, like just in various places around the estate, like in the bins bit, in like these fucking these fucking bush place. Like there was just a bunch of places where you could just they would just randomly turn up there, right? Where they would hide them. I assume running away from the police or something. They would just shove them somewhere on the estate as they run through, right? And then one day, and this was when I was really young. I was probably 10 or something at the time. Me and a bunch of my friends, we were just hanging around the estate somewhere, and out the corner of my eye, I see him. He goes towards these bins. That was a place where they used to hide this stuff. And and I see him go in, and he's like rooting around on this, like, 'cause there's this little ledge where they used to hide it above where the bins were. And he couldn't find it, and he looks across at us, and I make eye contact with him, and then he just started full pace sprinting at us. And like we were like, well, he starts full pace sprinting, and we're all like, and I'm like, what's going on there? We all sort of look at him, and then he turns and just makes a beeline for us, because he has to like come out of this like complicated, London's like nothing makes sense, right? So he has to walk around this like wall to get to us or whatever, and start sprinting towards us, and we all go, shit. And so we all start sprinting like into the estate where we lived, and he's like screaming, like where are my DVDs? You have my DVDs. Where are my DVDs? And like none of us had it. He just assumed that we'd taken it or whatever. And so everyone else runs, and my house was like the first one to get to.
Of course, yeah.
So I like sprint to my house, and I start banging on the door. It's like, mum, just like bang, 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 bang. Like tapping it as quickly as I could. Like, my mum, she opens it. She's like, what's the problem? I like run in, slam the door behind me, and he like sprints up, starts banging on the door and screaming, you have my DVDs. Where are my DVDs? And my mum's bedroom looked out over the front door. And so we went up into her bedroom, and I was like shook up. I'm like shaking like mad. And she starts opening the window, just like screaming back at him. Like, just get the fuck off, do this, that. And he's like waving a knife.
Oh shit.
Screaming, I'm gonna kill you. You have my DVDs. I'm gonna kill you, right?
No.
And like, we're like, what the fuck just happened? Anyway, report it to the police. Police come around, they ask questions, whatever, disappear. Right? Don't think about it again. And like, this was at the time when the police were like really clamping down on it. And then about 3, 4, 5 months later, something like that, like a significant chunk of time had passed. I hadn't seen him, and in general,
No,
those
you'd have forgotten about that by now, right? I imagine.
the people. Oh, I remembered it, but like,
yeah, not,
I
but,
wasn't.
like...
But like, the DVD people were gone. Like, they weren't around anymore. Like, the police must have just been like, the police were just putting patrols about. I assume just to stop it, sort of thing. Not about the estate, but just about the area where the DVD sellers used to be, sort of thing, or whatever. And then out of like one day, we used to do this thing where we would ride on our bikes, and we would race them about the estate and stuff. And the finish line was the edge of the estate. There's like a gate where you walked in, and it was the edge of there, and we go through there, which in hindsight is really fucking stupid, because you're going out onto a road, and you're going as fast as you can out there, and B, you're completely blindsided. So when you're going out, you can't see what's about to come out when you come flying out. And so one day we're racing, and then I come flying out because I'm trying to, and I win. Not to show off, but I did. And then, but then from the blind side, and this like all of a sudden, as I come flying out, this guy hits my front tire, and flips over onto the floor in front of me. I'm like, fuck. And then I look down and he looks up at me and it's the DVD seller guy.
Oh no.
And I was like, and I just looked at him and he looked at me and I don't know if he remembered or not, but I fucking remembered. And I was like, fuck. And then literally like 2 seconds later, it's like in my head, it feels like 5 minutes, but it was obviously like 2 seconds. And two like other guys jump on top of him, pick him up and throw him into a car.
Oh Jesus!
Like, and then they turn to us, me and my friend who was on the bikes, and he just said, "Don't worry, we're the immigration police." They put on sirens. They were unmarked police officers, closed police officers. Put sirens on, and it just blared off. And I never saw him again.
Jesus Christ!
And I never saw him again.
You don't want to see him again.
That was a thing.
That was a thing.
That was a thing. That was a thing.
Charlie, that is. Oh my god! What a story!
What a solid natural storyteller.
Oh, Charlie, that was That was insane, man. Like that's so fucking wild.
Sold cheap DVDs though, so you know. Back in the day, you go for it. Do you know what I mean? You wanna watch Hancock? And
you want a cheap DVD, geezer.
Four quid while it's out in the cinema.
I can get you a cheap DVD.
Really? What was your favorite cheap DVD you got?
No, I had seen. Do you know what? The only one I think I ever bought, because I didn't buy many, because you know I don't watch anything anyway because I'm terrible. But
of course, yeah.
I bought Sin City, and then never watched it, and it just sat on my shelf for years. I bought it for like they'd sell them for like 4 quid or something, and I just never got round to watching it. But Sin City just forever existed in my on my shelf. Yeah, I think that was the only one I ever bought. I can't think of another one.
I've never seen Sin City either. I don't know anything about Sin City. Could be anything.
It's a comic book thing, isn't it?
It's the one. Is Bruce Willis in it?
I don't know.
Or is it someone else I'm thinking?
I never watched it, so.
There we go. You never watched it, so you'll never know.
Never
You
know.
getting count like. Jesus, London's scary, man.
That's alright.
Well, like someone could just like come up to you and just shank you any moment and be like, "I'm gonna shank you, blood," and then you just get, you know,
shanked.
You get poked.
Yeah.
You get poked.
Get shanked.
Yeah.
I did once get threatened to be stabbed by someone. Someone tried to mug me once. This was when I was in secondary school, and me and one of my friends who lived on the same state as me, we were coming back from secondary school together, and we'd gone to there was this bakery about 10 minutes walk away from our house, where they would sell 4 donuts for £1, like 4 like sugar ring donuts for £1. And I assume this was like the day they needed to be sold or whatever, so they were just like, fuck it, just get rid of them or whatever.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So we would go there, like it was on the way back, and so we would go there like on the way back and see if they had the deal on, and if they did, we'd get them. And we were coming back once, and we'd pay £1, we'd pay 50p each, and then we'd have 2 of them each. And we were on the way, we were walking back, and we were walking past our estate, and this gang came down the road, and so we were probably 14, 15, and they were like 19, 20 kind of age, and they were coming down the road. They were like walking down the middle of the road, and we were on the pavement, and one of them like peels off and walks to us and goes, "What you got for me?" Which is the beginning of the mugging. If you've never been mugged, that's the opening line.
That's the opening gambit. There.
That's the opening gambit. So I go, oh well, like I just looked at him, and he looked at me, and my friend who was like a year younger than me just was like quiet, and he goes, "What you got for me?" And I said, "I've got a spare donut if you want it." And then he goes, "What have you got for me?" Like, and he starts getting aggy, aggy about it. Yeah. And I go, "Well, I've got like 50p left from the donuts. If you want, we can go and buy some. We could go do that." And then like one of his friends comes across and drags him away, and he goes, as he pulls him away, he goes, nah, bruv, nah, leave it. They're eating donuts. It's not even like chicken or nothing. Just leave it.
It's not even like chicken. I wish.
I was
Nice.
clearly, it was just like these kids just leave them. They're just fucking eating donuts. They've clearly got nothing already. They're just eating donuts. Like, leave it out.
Basically, right? Yeah. I've never been mugged, but I'm always a bit like, I literally have nothing anyway. So someone comes up to me and goes like, "What have you got for me?" Or whatever. I'm just like literally nothing, mate. I've got like 2p if you want it. Like I don't like what. If I can't give you anything, I don't know what they expect to get, right?
Bro, I don't know. Get involved again, but I think I'd you know, just give them what they want and just move on with your life.
I mean, if you don't have what they want,
I
right?
just prove it. But I mean, that's yeah.
But then what happens, right? Then they get in your situation, like they've gone, don't worry about it. They're just eating donuts. That's a thing that is shit and cheap. Not even chicken, mate. But like in the case of like his mate didn't turn up and you literally had nothing but like a donut and 50p.
I would have just turned out my pockets to prove it to him. I mean, I'd just come back from school, so I didn't really have anything apart from the keys to my house on me.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, I could just turn out my pockets and prove it to you if you want. You can even check my bloody school bag. Were you going to steal my French book? All right, fine.
Book. Yeah, good
anything,
job
you
learning
have it.
French.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want it. You can have it.
Like that's exactly what I feel like I would be like though. Is like I don't have anything. I can't give you anything. I'm sorry. Like I wish I could. Then this would be over, right? But I don't know. It's such a weird concept to me.
Leave it. You got donuts, not even chips. Not even chicken and chips.
Not even chicken and chips. All right.
Not even chicken or nothing.
That was a fun day.
I can imagine.
He said.
No, a friend was telling me about one of his mugging experiences once. But my friend is a bit of a psychopath, right? This happened to him in Preston.
Okay.
So if this happens to someone like my friend, he's like, he ain't having none of this.
No, I can imagine.
So this dude, he's like, nah, I ain't giving you shit. Fuck off. And then the dude starts pushing him, and with like a hammer that he has hidden down his sleeve, just whacks him over the head with it and runs off. My mate.
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus Christ! He just has a hammer. Why does he have a hammer?
I don't because I think he's. I think he's a bit mental. Like he gives me that kind of vibe.
He's a tradesman.
he's just a tradesman coming home from work. Exactly.
Applying his trade.
Yeah.
No, he did work as a joiner.
I mean, that's just a good excuse, isn't it?
Well, like literally. I mean, I'm not just saying that. It literally was his job.
No. I mean, it's a good excuse to carry a hammer around. I remember in school we were always told we had PSHE or whatever it's fucking called.
But it's but he had it concealed though, like as if he knew something like this would happen to him.
Yeah, just in case, innit? We were always told to hit people with our keys. Like put your key in between your knuckles and like Literally, I remember what our teacher said is like if you ever followed home from school, put your house keys in between your knuckles, right? And the second someone gets close to you and they start anything, cosh them, is what she said. Legit, just cosh them in the face. Like,
I mean, it would hurt.
Oh, it would fucking hurt, yeah. Oh, it was because people had a habit of stealing shoes outside the school, apparently. Which I never really understood.
What?
Because what are you going to do with my shoes?
Well, people got some like you were at school, right? People have some weird fetishes.
I mean, you're not wrong. It could potentially.
The dude who's stealing them was probably both a paedophile and into feet.
It could potentially be that. But I will never know. But yeah, she was just like people steal your shoes because you can't sell secondhand shoes, can you? I guess maybe you can. I don't know, but Like, not that I ever had nice enough shoes for you to sell.
Sorry, I'm still thinking of that line. So no, that line Charlie said, "Nah, they're eating donuts, bro. It ain't chicken or nothing." Why? Were they just specifically after chicken?
No, I think that was more just proof
Chicken's
that
more
we had
expensive,
nothing.
isn't it? Right? I guess if you're
Like
eating
it's
a
just
donut,
like you're just sitting there eating
Yeah.
donuts. It's like it's kind of almost pathetic.
is it? Is it? You just how many donuts did you have? Like, if you're eating like a bag of 10 donuts, and yeah, it's on your own. Yeah, it's a little pathetic.
No, it's
But-
more just but you're talking about in second. Yes, it is. No, it categorically is. If you're like walking along the street, like eating chicken and chips or whatever, that denotes that you're at least living a life. If you're sat there, if you're walking on the
Donuts are
street
fucking
eating
snack,
donuts
innit?
and you look like 14, it's like,
It's fucking
bruv,
snack,
they
innit?
got nothing. No, you don't understand London. That means you got
I don't
nothing.
understand
bruv.
London.
That means you have nothing. There's nothing to be gained from this interaction. Do you know what I mean?
There's nothing to be gained
They
from the
probably
interaction with chicken and chips.
if they have a phone, then it's
Yeah.
probably like a flip phone from 2006. It's not happening. It's not worth it, bruv.
Chicken
At
and
that point,
chips
it's
ain't
just
that
not
much
worth
more
it.
expensive than a donut.
No, you don't understand the culture, bruv. You don't understand. There's a difference. There's a legitimate difference. You know,
What's the
if you're out there getting chicken and chips,
Yeah.
then chances are you're probably trying to do something with your life. Yeah,
You
so you've
reckon?
probably got a better phone. You've probably got a better phone.
What's that mean?
You know, at the time you're talking about like maybe them Walkman ones that have MP3 players in them or whatever. Like you're talking like definitely a better caliber of a guy who's just walking along the street eating like crusty donuts. Nah, trust me. It's like when it's like I saw just before the first lockdown, I was coming back from West Ham on train, and someone got mugged in front of me.
Go
For Apple AirPods.
No, but that's
the difference.
they're
I
expensive as fuck, aren't
I had normal headphones on
Yeah.
that were they were relatively cheap, but like
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to tell if you looked at them. Yet they got mugged for the Apple AirPods, and I
Yeah,
didn't.
but AirPods are
And
fucking
it's
expensive
the
as
same
shit.
thing. It's the same principle. You look at it, and it tells you something about what they might have.
No.
You know, it
No,
tells you
they've
something
got-
about. You don't know because you don't live here, bro. But trust me.
If you see someone and someone's got AirPods and you go,
if you're
"Fuck it, I want
in
the
secondary
AirPods, they're
school,
expensive as
if you're in
shit."
secondary school and you're going to chicken and chip shop as opposed to like once, right? Me and my mates went to chicken and chip shop. They got chicken and chips, and then I went to like Iceland and bought a baguette because it was like half the price. You get more, and I was like, I could eat a baguette.
No,
right
I
now,
understand
right?
that shit.
But what that shows is that I ain't trying to be cool, which shows that I'm probably got nothing good on me.
Chicken and chips
You
is
know what I
cool.
mean? I've not got a good iPod at the time, not got a good phone. I've got nothing of value on me. I'm just walking home with my friend and we're eating donuts.
Right, no,
it's like
so I understand the difference between you
You're
walking
missing-
home with like a baguette
Yep.
from Iceland and your mate walking home with like chicken and chips. You go, right, there's a guy with chicken and chips, that's a guy with a baguette. I know who's got more money. But
No,
I
no,
don't
it's
understand
not-
the
it's not the mo- it's not the
implication
money,
of just
it's
a
the difference.
random dude with a chicken and chips. Because it's not
'Cause you don't live here.
expensive. It's not expensive, a
One
chicken and
day.
chips.
One day you'll know. One day.
No, I will
Come live
never
in
know. I'll
London,
never
you-
live in London.
You'll figure it out. Come live in
I'll
London.
never live in London. Not
No,
one day in my life.
I fully get. No, I kind of fully get what Charlie's saying. It's like there are things that like
Chicken and chips doesn't denote.
It identifies your kind of like attitude and demeanor. Like if you just eating chicken and chips in public. I know. I fully get what
I mean,
Charlie's on
also,
about.
to be fair, who does that? Who walks down the street with a chicken and chips?
Oh, I've done it many times.
That's mad.
I've also done it.
That's mad. I would
I've done
never
it-
walk
I've
down
done
the
it
street
in
with
Boston.
eating it, walk down the street
Yeah.
eating a chicken. I never.
You've
That's
got somewhere to be. You're hungry.
outrageous.
You can take it up on the way.
I wouldn't
It's
get
in
a
a- it
full, I
comes
wouldn't
in
get
a
a full
box.
chicken and chips. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be eating it on the way down on the way down there.
Comes in a box. You think I want to get to my girlfriend's house and just eat chicken and chips in front of her? Nah, bro. I'm eating it on the way. Come on now.
I would have got chicken and chips for her as well.
She doesn't want chicken and chips.
Why does she not want chicken and chips?
That's
Ask her
not
now.
that's for her to know, not me.
Ask her
No.
now. Why does she not want chicken and chips?
Not in. Can't.
Well, damn.
The point is, it denotes something. But that's why.
Sure. I don't get it, but sure, I will. I'll accept. I'll accept that it.
Adam, would you describe yourself at any point in your life? And I'll say any point, right?
Mhm.
Now, I'm not talking about right now, this second. I'm talking about it could have been 10 years ago, could have been 5 years ago, could have been 20 minutes ago. Would you or would you not describe yourself as, and I quote, a road man?
No.
Well then. Have you or have you not watched the show Top Boy?
I have seen Top Boy. Yes.
Oh, there you go. Then you should know. Then
No.
you have the cultural knowledge. You should have taken it in via osmosis, right?
Right, sure. Chicken is the wealthiest man in London.
I'll take you in.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's not. It's whatever, innit? It's whatever. Is there a difference between like sausage and chips or chicken and chips, or just chips?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Was
depends.
If you-
Yeah, but
if
you're
you're
talking.
walking
If
you're
Go on,
walking
Luke.
down just eating a chippy, yeah,
yeah.
instead of chicken and chips, what do you think people would think about that?
Yeah, what do you
Charlie?
think? Yeah, what do people think about that? You've got you just got a bag of chips in your hand.
No, but again, it's cool. This is what you're missing.
Is it cool?
Yeah,
It's like an. It's like
I understand that, but I was saying is eating a bag of chips with like fish and chips like considered cool as
Oh,
eating?
fucking, if you got the fish.
Yeah.
No, or it doesn't matter what you've got. If you've got a fucking cone of paper and you're eating from it, no.
No, it's
Whereas if you've got a chicken and chip box, then yes.
regardless of what's in the chicken and chip box. Could just be chips.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's where you've got it from, what you've bought. That's the difference.
It's where you've got it.
Yeah.
See, that's the important thing though. It's where you've got it from, innit? If you've got if you've gone to the chicken and chip shop that's next door, and everyone knows at the chicken and chip shop you get 50p and you get like 5 pieces of chicken for 50p. Like,
No, but
everyone fucking knows that.
missing
No
the
one's
point.
gonna
It's
go
not
for
about
that.
you're missing the point. It's got nothing to do with cost. It's got nothing to do with cost. In the same way that if you're walking down the street with an iPhone and you're walking down the street with an Android phone, the Android phone could it's unlikely to be, but it could very well be more expensive than the
It's
iPhone.
probably not,
But you're
though.
more likely to get mugged for the iPhone.
It's probably not more expensive than the iPhone though.
No, but it could
you
be.
go
That's
for
the
the
point.
iPhone because it's
you're missing the point. You're missing the point. That's what I'm saying. It could be, but that doesn't matter. They're not thinking about it in the moment. They're seeing the
of course.
iPhone. They're making the assumption and they're grabbing it, right?
Yeah, the
Similarly with
iPhone's-
this, you're looking at the box. You're looking at the chicken. It's the container, right? That you could have fucking fat chips inside the chicken and chip box. It doesn't really make a difference. They're seeing the container and you're making an assumption from that.
Okay.
That's the point. You don't go to chicken and chip shop and get chicken and chips in a fucking paper cone or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know how you want to describe the newspaper thing they do. in chicken chip shop. Same thing.
The cone, isn't it? The cone of chips or whatever. Yeah, you don't get chicken in that, do you? You just get chips.
No.
But,
No. I mean, you can do, but
no, to be fair, I've never asked. I've never asked, can I have my chicken and chips in a cone, please? And they're like, okay.
No, not from a place like that. No. As far as I know, I've never asked as well, but I don't think you can.
I don't know.
I thought you meant you could get chicken, like you could get in a chicken and chip shop from a chip shop, and I'm like, yeah, of course you can.
Oh no, I mean in a cone. Yeah.
But I've never bought it from there because why would I?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why would you? Silly idea.
Why would I? Silly idea.
If it just is. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously different place, isn't it? Different ideals, different thoughts. And shit.
Listen, watch Top Boy some more, innit? Just take it in via osmosis.
Maybe.
I want you coming back. I want next week, Adam, homework for you. I want you to be able to recite all of Kano's P's and Q's. If I don't hear the entirety of Kano's P's and Q's, then I'm gonna be pissed.
Then we better expect a real anger display from Charlie next week.
I'll even murk him overseas, and I'm running it from London to Leeds. Come on now.
He hasn't been to Leeds. I mean, he probably has been to Leeds.
Kano's definitely been to Leeds. Kano's 1000% been to Leeds.
You reckon? What would he do in Leeds if he wasn't touring?
Go about the gaff.
There's not. Have you been to Leeds? Do you know what's in Leeds?
Why would I want to go to Leeds?
Oh, nice.
Disagree strongly.
I went there once. It was quite nice.
I know 2 people who live in Leeds.
Oh, disagree in it, bruv.
What? What's happened there, Louis? Did you sneeze in a weird way, or?
No, I said a full sentence.
I don't know what you said.
I firmly said your mother.
Oh,
mad.
Good. Leeds is all right. I went to Leeds once. It were all right. Oh, nice.
You literally were making overtures as if Leeds were crap, as I said it, and now you've swerved into Leeds is all right. Nah, fam. Leeds. Look, I'm not saying Leeds is bad compared to other places in the north. I'm saying why would I go to
London's the only place in the country worth being?
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Don't know about that one. I've been
Mate,
to other places.
you almost
I've
got
been to-
stabbed
I've been- I've been-
by an immigrant
I've-
at 10
I've been
for
to-
not
I've been
having
to-
DVDs.
Wow, Adam, just assuming he's in it.
No,
Adam, Adam, you're
told us.
making the
You did
you're
tell us.
making the North.
You did
look
you did
bad.
tell us this,
told us.
Charlie.
You
literally
are what
told
every
us.
Tory MP thinks the North is. How dare you?
I'm
That
what
is
every
disgusting.
Tory MP
That is
thinks.
disgusting, Adam.
Please.
Oh, Adam. Oh,
You
gosh.
got-
we send them all back, Adam. Is that what
We
you're
could,
saying?
we could. Yeah,
Oh,
all of them.
disgusting.
All of them.
Terrible.
All of Hey,
Bet
Charlie, you can say what you want, right? But the youth
love Brexit.
the youth is with Brexit now, and the youth is with the Conservatives. The baby in the house is a fucking Conservative MP. Not
see what's going on here. Not keen. Not keen.
Who the fuck said that shite?
Who said what?
That shite. Oh, young people are all
We're all
Tory.
Conservatives now. I was reading some shit about. I was thinking about because I saw a tweet the other day about Rishi Sunak being quote unquote fit. And I was like, Rishi's never been fit. He's just under the age of 50 and looks relatively normal, you know? Like most MPs are not under the age of 50. Like that's why you think he has the same energy as, you know, in school when you saw the fit teacher in school. She was never fit. She was just not your grandparents. Like she was just someone who didn't look like they belonged in an old people's home. And that's why you thought they were fit. But then it made me curious as to see like how many MPs there were that were actually, you know, relatively young. And I think there are only 21 MPs that are under the age of 30.
I'm surprised there's that many. I thought there'd be less.
Yeah, I
Under
thought
the
that
age of 30, I thought there would be way less than that.
was.
If you said under the age of 40, there were only 21, I would have believed you. But under the age of 30, I'm actually quite shocked.
But I think most of those, from what I see, were recently. So like when Boris Johnson came in, apparently he took a lot of younger Conservative MPs in with him, which is weird. Like your friend Louis, Sarah Brickliffe.
Friend, she's my MP.
I know, yeah, that's my friend. Yeah, you're a good friend. You're a good friend, Sarah Brickliffe.
Oh, Tory friend.
Yeah. Or also, I don't know I've seen him online. He's called Ben Bradley. Didn't realize he was like 25, 26. He's the guy that said that all poor people should have the snip.
Was that a misrepresentation of what
That just shows you, right, that they are just ideologically opposed to us, like opposed to poor people. It's disgusting.
Hold on, I want to find the actual. I can't remember what the actual quote is, but I
found it. Don't worry.
Benefits.
He's got a whole section on his Wikipedia page for just his controversies.
Yeah.
Man's just out here causing issues.
It's pretty fucking bad. Yeah.
Is he even a well-known MP?
No, I mean he's getting more well known now because he's, you know, being controversial, but like he's pretty new as far as an MP stuff is concerned. When did he become an MP? 2017.
What did you say it was, like 25? That's really young.
He's apparently he's 32, but like last time I checked, he was like 26 or something. So yeah, he's 32 now. Which, to be fair, 32 is the same age as me. So there we go. And he's the one that said
office in 2017, right? So that would have been 5-6 years ago. So that would have been when he was in his 20s.
Yeah. So he was age 27. He was one of the youngest MPs elected in the 2017 general election. Now,
imagine being that old and at his big age still saying the stuff he does. Mad. Mad.
Yeah. He's a weird Donny, as you would say, Charlie.
What an L.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of like younger MPs there. Basically, I know one of the youngest was the Labour MP Nadia Whittam. But I don't think is the young. I think Sarah Brickliffe's the youngest now. But either way,
yeah, isn't she like the youngest ever elected MP?
No, that was someone else. Youngest ever MP. I can't remember who it was. Nadia Whittam was 23, and I think Sarah Brickcliffe was 24 when she was elected. But is it Mary Black? Might be Mary Black, the SNP.
Yeah, probably.
The SNP person who had the famous. Oh yeah, she was elected in 2015. She was 20 years old. That might be the youngest British MP. There's the famous speech where she said something about how she was the only 20-year-old in the country or in the United Kingdom that got their housing paid for. Because she was an MP. Is, you know, pretty fair comment.
I don't think she gets her housing. I don't think she's the only one that gets her housing paid for though. At 20 years old.
Yeah. You don't get housing. Well, maybe not not put towards, but she had it like paid for basically, and other people do not. I guess if you have a child at the age of 20, but you still probably have to put something towards the housing on your own, right? Just judging from my my experience with benefits, though. It's a weird one. Yeah.
You've literally worked for the company that tries to get as many people sanctioned as humanly possible.
True. I actively worked against that.
Didn't they? I'm gonna say, didn't you have like a did you have a quota?
No. Although I have heard people talk about quotas, and I did know because I wasn't a work coach, I was a case manager for Universal Credit, so it's slightly different. But I do know someone who maybe was a worker. I can't remember what she actually did now, but she used to work in a job center, and she said something about there being quotas for sanctioning. But there wasn't anything for case managers like that, as far as I was aware.
Damn, that's we are fucked.
Yeah, I mean, I have some pretty fucking horrible stories from working on Universal Credit. To be fair, that I found pretty. I mean, part of the reason why I left is because I was like, oh, this is fucking horrendous. Like a lot of the stuff that I was. I mean, I got told off for spending too long on the phone trying to help people, which is, you know, like you go in there with a relatively optimistic thought of I'm going to try and help people, and then the first time you spend like 10 minutes a bit longer on the phone with someone who's having a bad time, they go, oi, 5 minutes on the phone and that's it. And you go, no, I don't think so. I left mostly because it made me feel shit about everything in the country and in my life. For lots of different reasons. You know, it's a problem. The benefit system's a problem in this country. If you don't know, if you do know, then you'll know. Like if you know, you know, right? I feel. Let's move on. Let's talk about something more fun. What's more fun? Charlie, say something fun.
I don't know. I've not played any games.
You haven't played that games aren't fun. Come on, though. Come on, Charlie. It's not fun talking about video games.
I hate video games. I hate people who play video games.
Same. I
hate people who are different than me.
I mean, that's just yeah, sure. Yeah.
And all of that was true except for that last bit.
And there's no way of proving otherwise.
And there's no way of proving it. Exactly. There we go. Louis, do you have a book from Skyrim to read for us?
Oh, hang on. Let me up.
He actually did leave that time. Okay. He's gone.
I mean,
he's not come back.
we'll find they'll come back eventually.
They all come back eventually, don't they? Yeah. I mean, there you go. We got any other fun stuff? I mean, maybe he's coming back now. He's just logged back on. There we go. What the fuck?
Yeah, I afforded the wrong application. Yeah, I may have alt F4 Discord instead of the thing I was also in.
God, you all F4 Discord. Well, I guess the good thing is I didn't have streamer mode on, so we heard it.
Oh, you heard it. Oh, that's good.
Hey. Oh.
Why did you take it off and not put it back on again?
Oh, I don't know how to put it back on. But
you
also,
thought you figured out a way to take it off.
yeah, because there's a big bar at the top of the screen that says disable streamer mode. That's how I turned it off. I don't know how to turn it back. I didn't know how it was on in the first place. I don't know.
It's because when you like open an application like Streamlabs, Discord detects that and
imagine that.
And it does it for you.
I imagine that. Anyway, what are you reading for us today, Larry?
Oh, I've not decided yet. It's probably the first book I find in my inventory on this character.
That's a good idea. We love the reading time. Reading time with Louis.
There aren't many funny books. Oh, hang on. I've got a.
You've got a good one.
This is a funny one.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, are we going to clarify which one it is?
It is a book called Alduin is Real.
Oh, that's nice. Are you excited, Charlie, for Alduin is Real?
No.
No.
Let's see if it can earn it.
We'll see if it can earn it, yeah.
Hang on, I just got to give myself the item through console commands.
You don't have the item. Fair enough.
No, I just thought of it. I just thought of it in my head and was like, "There we go. We now have the book."
Beautiful. Well, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Alduin is Real and the Ent Akatosh by Thromgar Ironhead. Proud Nord. Proud spelled PROWD.
I feel like some of the jokes in this are going to be the spelling, and I don't think we have the spelling available, unfortunately.
Oh, yes.
Either way, continue.
As my dad used to say, Imperials are idiots. Idiot spelled IDIUTTS. That's why I'm writing this book. I ain't never wrote a book before, and I do not reckon to write one again. But sometimes a man must do what a man must do, and what I must do is set the research strategy about the god called Akatosh and the dragon called Alduin. They ain't the same thing, no matter what them Imperials might say, or how they might wish it to be so. My dad was never one for the gods, but my ma was. She worshipped all the divines and taught me lots of things, so I knew a thing or two about Akatosh. Just as much as any Imperial. I'm reading it like a northerner.
You are, aren't you?
I'm reading it like a northerner, yeah. Just as much as any Imperial. I knew he was the first of all the gods to take shape in the beginning place. And I knew he has the shape of a dragon. My dad even told me the story of Martin Septim and the things that happened when the gates of Oblivion opened. Septim turned into the spirit of Akatosh and killed Merun's Dagon. Now, I don't know about you, but any dragon that farts sprints of destruction is okay by me. Now, I hope you understand the problem. Akatosh is good. Everyone from Noah to Imperial knows that. But Alduin, he ain't good. He's the opposite of good. That Alduin is evil through and through. So you see, Akatosh and Alduin can't be one and the same. Growing up as a lad in Skyrim, I heard spelled as in, the way that you used to like herd animals.
Yes.
All the stories told to me by my dad, who was told by his dad, who was told by his dad, and so on. And one of those stories was about Alduin. But see, he was not Akatosh, but he was another dragon, and a real one at that. Akatosh is some kind of spirit dragon, I think. When he bothers to be a dragon at all, and not a god living in some kind of god plaque like Oblivion. But Alduin is a real dragon with flesh and teeth and a mean streak longer than the White River. And there was a time when Alduin tried to rule over all of Skyrim with his other dragons. In the end, it took some mighty strong heroes to finally kill Alduin and be done with this whole story. Whole spell as in like a whole, the object.
Yeah.
So I got to ask, does that sound like Akatosh to you? No, friend. No, it do not. That's actually the book, by the way. I didn't northernify that.
Okay.
And so I, Thrumgar Ironhead, do firmly say with the utmost conviction that Alduin is real and he ain't Akatosh. What did you think of the book?
Yeah, Charlie, what did you think of the book?
I don't know. I stopped listening.
You're a dickhead. You're actually a dickhead.
Like, I
Chuck.
tried. I really tried, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, I completely lost track of it. Like, I don't know the names that were being spoken about. Like, the words that were happening. I just was completely lost. I really tried. I
There was a
gave
lot
it
going
such.
on.
I tried so much, and my ADHD addled brain just could not take it any of the information whatsoever. I heard the word Alduin.
Yeah.
There was a guy who apparently was Northern who was very insistent that someone else like Alduin was a real god and there wasn't this other one that someone. I don't know, man. I don't know. I liked the delivery, but the content was lost on me.
So, Adam, what do you think of the book? Have you ever read that book before?
No, I have never read that book. I don't read many of the books in Skyrim, to be fair.
Alduin is real is a pretty famous book within the Skyrim community because of the absurdity.
Because of the spelling.
Well, just the inherent grammatical errors just littered throughout. The author's name is Thrumgar Ironhead.
I mean, if you ask me, I think Thrumgar is one of the greatest authors of our time, and quite frankly, he's better than J.K. Rowling. Maybe. Anyway, that was the Skyrim novel of the week. If you were enjoying the segments, let us know, and if you are not, also let us know so that we can stop.
Oh, yeah, you should let us know soon because
eventually you'll run out of books.
That wasn't even a long book, but it felt long to read.
I think about halfway through that, I was like, "Oh shit, how long is this book?" Oh dear. Oh well. That was the Daily Skyrim.
You know it's a good segment when the host ends it by going, "Oh dear."
Yep. Yep. The greatest segment. What do you mean, Charlie? Charlie, what video game do you want to play that you aren't allowed to at the moment?
Oh. Don't know. I want to play. I want to play a Formula One game because I'm thinking about Formula One at the moment. I guess
Why
probably.
are you thinking about Formula One at the moment?
Because Formula One's just started again.
Are you a big
So-
fan of Formula One?
It's just on my brain. I'm a fan of it. I wouldn't call myself a big fan of it, but I'm a fan of it.
Fair enough. What do you like most
I
about
like-
the Formula One?
The pink car.
Dragon.
The pink car. I something came up earlier today, and you brought it into my mind now. I was streaming earlier, and I was talking to someone who actually comes into my chats, and they were talking about Football Manager, because they started watching me play Football Manager, and we were having a little conversation about how nerdy that game is,
Sure.
and he brought up an interesting thing, an interesting link, I think. And it works for the few people I know that play Football Manager. But he said that everyone who's into Football Manager also loves wrestling. And they
Do you
also
love wrestling?
Sorry?
Adam, do you love wrestling?
No, I don't love wrestling. I don't really. I don't.
Then,
I don't,
then
to be
that,
fair,
then
I've
that
not played.
statement is untrue.
I've not played much. I've not seen much wrestling, but that's neither. It is whatever it is. The two people that I know that play or have played Football Manager in some level do like wrestling a lot though. Like Charlie likes Football Manager, really likes wrestling. My housemate also apparently likes wrestling and Football Manager. And I wondered how far that sort of goes down. And he said also another crossover is stuff like Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering. And I was like, oh, really? Because my housemate's also playing a lot of Magic the Gathering at the moment. And I'm finding it very weird that it sort of crosses over into these, I guess, more traditionally nerdy hobbies. I don't know. I always thought I had the image of it was just for people who really, really liked football. Like,
Yeah, but people who
liked it
really, really like
too
football are
much.
nuts.
Yeah, you're probably right. Because I think we've had a conversation before. Like, most of the people who like football don't really like football. They just support their team, right?
Yeah.
Or like they enjoy the atmosphere, which is
They
fair
love
play.
their club. They don't love football.
Yeah, they don't love the game. Whereas like you're a big fan of football, the game, right? And I don't know that many
Yeah.
people who are like, I just
That's
like.
not, by the way, that's not to fucking belittle those people. That's fair
No,
enough.
no, no,
If
it's
you like
they
what
do
you
what they
like,
want, right?
enjoy what you enjoy, whatever you want. But yeah.
Yeah, of course. But I always thought that was kind of it, that the people who really like Football Manager were the people who really like football. I don't realize how much of a nerdy hobby football actually is. You know, like if you
Fucking
really
nerdy
like
as
it.
well. If you really like it, it's the nerdiest shit in the world. All sports are. If you're really into a sport, then it's fucking nerdy as fuck.
I mean, I've often said that I think like football is one of I don't know, in my, like, I would say the top 4 greatest games of all time.
Oh, really?
In my personal opinion.
What are the other three?
Skyrim, Destiny 2.
The other three are Magic the Gathering, chess, and poker.
Oh, I imagine chess would be on there, but the other two, I didn't think. I would have thought Tetris.
No, they are what I consider the 4 greatest games of all time: poker, chess, football, and Magic.
Interesting. I don't know if I would. Yeah, I mean chess definitely. Yeah. I don't know about football or Magic or poker. But yeah,
I mean, chess is like the ultimate perfect
chess
game.
is like
And when I say
game, right?
when I say perfect, I don't mean as in perfect as in the game is
No.
perfect. I say perfect as in it's the best game that provides you with perfect information.
Sure, yeah, that's. I was gonna say it reminds me of another quote about nerdy stuff. I think I remember about someone talking about how people who dress up as in football kits are cosplaying, something like that. Cosplaying as their favorite footballer, and about how that's nerdy as well. But I don't know about the best game ever. Tetris. Well, I don't know why, but Tetris comes to mind. Like Tetris is the first thing when someone says what is the best game. chess is one of them, and then Tetris is the other. Like in terms
I
of
don't
like,
know. I quite like Crash Team Racing, but you know,
Crash Team
to each
Racing's
their
good.
own.
No,
Crash Team Racing.
well, the issue with Tetris is that like Tetris is very fun and very addictive, but the problem is the gameplay loop is I feel like is very basic. Like I feel like it's too basic compared to the other issue. Like don't get me wrong, that doesn't detract from like
Or how
that doesn't
great it is, or
necessarily
how fun it
detract
is.
about how great or how like influential it is to like video gaming history. But like the the gameplay loop is simply just like two simple options. You gain control of block, put block in hole, or
But
put
isn't the
block in.
simplicity of the game, I feel, what makes it so? If you made Tetris more complicated, wouldn't it just be less fun?
Yeah, but I just don't think there's enough longevity in those games to provide people with, to provide people who are interested in a multitude of things. Obviously, there are people who are interested in Tetris and only Tetris, but I feel like the majority of people playing Tetris now are the people that are really into Tetris.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Not sure.
Like there are people that casually play football. There are people that casually play poker. People that casually play chess. But I don't think
there's
many.
anyone who casually plays chess.
But I don't think there are many. I don't think there are many people that are casually playing Tetris.
I think plenty of people casually play Tetris. Or yeah, more maybe not. Maybe similar things as well, like stuff like Candy Crush Saga. Although maybe not casually. I don't think Candy Crush Saga is something you play casually, is it? Not Wordle. Wordle's a casual game, isn't it? That everyone was playing for a bit.
I've never played Wordle. I don't really know anything about Wordle.
Guess the word.
Again, like if Wordle's just one of those things where it's popular for a bit,
I think it probably.
and then it's just discarded as as our fast-paced lives demand it.
To be fair, I think a little bit. Like I think it was a little bit like that, but I also think everyone who was originally in the big like, oh shit, let's play Wordle, let's put Wordle on our Twitter feed every day or whatever, is still playing it, just not as like hardcore as people were originally playing it. I think people still like on occasion, like Charlie, you'll still go play Wordle on occasion, won't you, in the morning or an evening or whatever?
Nah, CBA.
No, I can't be asked.
Nah, people will. I just not me.
Fair enough.
CBA.
Because like I've been playing it every now and again. Like I don't try and have a limit. I don't go, oh let's play every day and try and get the 2 or the 3 or whatever. But like I'll play it every now and again, and I'll be like, you know what, Wordle's pretty fun. I don't think I'd ever say it's like one of the best games ever, but I enjoy playing that shit. I enjoy the words. Words are good. Words are good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, I like to think that my point still stands.
I mean, your point always.
As much as I think you are possibly right on the chess thing. I mean, though I don't know. Like chess is a game that I do often encounter. I mean, well, not often. Not like it's not like I walk around the corner and I always see like two.
Yeah. Although you say that, but I mean, this is the UK, so not so much. But like, there are places in like there's that massive
but like chess is often like you'll see
the massive gardens in America. I don't remember where it is exactly, but in New York, where they've got like all the old people sat in a line playing chess. You see them on films and stuff all the time.
Yeah, you do see that.
Like you might.
It was in an X-Men film.
It's in all sorts of stuff.
It's in an X-Men film, yeah. But after Magneto loses his power,
he goes off to become an old man who plays chess in New York.
Well, he's just an old man, isn't he? He's nobody. He's just an old man. So he just goes to play chess.
I do feel chess is because like with poker, right? I don't know how old the cutoff level for poker is, but it's always a thing that like I feel like a bunch of like guy friends go and play for whatever reason,
yeah.
right?
Well, thing is, it's a game. It's just played by younger people. Like it's a game that's played by younger people.
Whereas chess and to some extent stuff like shogi and go and whatever, like in Asian countries, and I feel is played by an older generation of people.
Oh yeah, but I think that's I think that's what it is. It's a generational thing. Like at the end of the day, like even like if I get old, I still see myself playing games like poker and maybe even Magic to a degree if the game's still around.
I'm sure it will be.
I definitely see myself playing poker in my old age, but I don't. But then again, it's again with the generation, things change, and
Of course, yeah.
a new games will become
And that doesn't
popularized.
mean
Like
that the new generation will still be playing poker either. Like, you know, it's
no, like I don't like. I don't even necessarily think that younger people now, or even I mean, I know a lot of young people, even who are in like between 18 and 20, who never even considered the prospect. Like,
yeah. I mean, I'd never considered it, and I'm older than you, so.
No, well, I mean, well, then again, it could be just because I really like poker.
Yeah, but I know a lot of
think
people who do. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, let's have a poker night or whatever," and I'm like, I don't care. I'd have a poker night, but I'd only have a poker night because I'm playing it with friends and not because I want to play poker. You know.
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, I play poker with friends in Blackpool, right? So I go to a poker night in Blackpool with a bunch of people who like, play Magic and stuff. But they also play poker, and and some of them are really fucking good at poker.
Yeah. I mean, I'd also be shit at poker, but that's
and you know what the weird thing is? It's the Yu-Gi-Oh players, man, that are absolutely insane.
Really?
Like, well, yeah, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh players from like Blackpool that are just insanely good at poker. It's wild.
There you go. Charlie's the one to watch out for then. If we were to play
Yeah,
poker.
man. All in.
All in. Is it the drama of the situation? Is that
All
what
in.
Yu-Gi-Oh players do? Where they're like, I draw a card, and then like they look at it and they have the straight poker face because they need to hide their like sneer in the back of their mind.
Look, I have a rule for when I associate with people. When I associate with people who play like nerdy stuff, like I've got to be able to hold a conversation with them.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people that do stuff like that, like, are not, not saying that it's wrong or anything.
No, people can have fun doing it and be normal individuals, right? But
yeah, you do you. But like, I would find myself struggling to hold a conversation with a person who's that energetic about something they are interested in.
I really think so. Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, not to say that they're wrong for doing so. Like, I'm not here to shame anybody. People are allowed to enjoy things how they want to enjoy them. I'm not here to tell anybody otherwise. That's never been my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, obviously, people can have a laugh and shit. You know, people have fun doing the stupid Yu-Gi-Oh.
Like, I remember I did a stream once, right, where this dude came into my chat just shitting on you. Like, I was playing Magic. This dude came in shitting on Yu-Gi-Oh players. I'm like, yo, dude, what's your beef, man? Like, yeah, I don't like the game, but
that
like,
does my head in. And that's a real.
Don't go around shitting on people who enjoy things that you don't enjoy.
Like, there are people, because obviously we used to go to a place where people would play different card games, and there are definitely people that like just wanted to go there to upset people playing a card game they weren't into, and I'm just like, well, what's the point?
I notably know of one individual, and I think you also know who that individual is, Adam.
I just don't see the point in that shit, right? It's just like you're just being a dick for no reason. Just stop. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. I think let's have a finish. That was a podcast, isn't it? I think that's a podcast. If you enjoyed the podcast, you can always give us a subscribe on YouTube. This here YouTube place where we're trying to have a fun time. You can always come see us tomorrow, where we'll be streaming some Surgeon Simulator 2. And always Wednesday, we're playing some Grim Fandango, me and Louis. I've got us back to the place we were at before I broke the game. So that's a good thing.
Did you do any more digging as to what might have caused the problem, just so we don't encounter it again on stream?
No, but I assume what happened is that I did things out of order. I assume I don't know exactly what happened, and I might actually check out and see if there's
Well,
any.
because like I'm not sure if it's like I don't think it's a sequence break because obviously what would cause a bug like that would be a sequence break. But I think in old point-and-click adventure games, you naturally you would do stuff out of order. So I think the sequence break, something like that, would be very hard.
Yes.
But then again, it is also a very old game, so like I could just be talking out my
True.
ass.
I'll have a look and see what happens. Until then, though, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.